Hi, this is Veronica and I'm starting my new Color Study Sketchbook for 2023. I started this exercise a few years ago and it's been a great way to get to know my paints as well as just have some fun with color. For this sketchbook, I'll be focusing on my 36 set of Knicker poster colors. Because it has a nice consistency somewhere in between gouache and watercolor, I can get even more range in the colors because I can layer them differently. My first color wheel for this sketchbook, I'm using lemon yellow, burnt sienna, and soft black. And on my color wheels, I set them up with 12 swatches. I paint my yellow at 12 o'clock, blue at 4 o'clock, and red at 8 o'clock. I'm not totally sure if this is the proper way to set up the color wheel or if there's some more standard way of putting these colors on the wheel. I'm mainly trying to be consistent with my previous color wheels. I've seen these colors placed at different spots, but this just seems to work for me. The main idea is that there are 3 primary colors that more or less correspond with red, yellow, and blue. On this color wheel, my yellow is mostly a typical yellow, my burnt sienna is working as a red, and the soft black is working as a blue. Right at the beginning of making this color wheel, I was impressed with the brightness of the orange and golden yellows from the lemon yellow and burnt sienna mixtures. I also add an inner circle where my swatches are diluted with some water. Sometimes I pick up more subtleties within the mixtures when the colors are a little more diluted. You can see that the mixtures between the burnt sienna and soft black aren't as dynamic. The values are pretty close in range. But I still like the range that I get between those colors because the burnt sienna is so warm and the soft black goes towards a cooler end of the spectrum. The mixtures of yellow and black create a really nice range of green from more saturated yellow greens to more muted earthy greens. Making a color wheel like this and switching out the traditional primaries can reveal some interesting color shortcuts. I personally can get really lost mixing greens for landscape painting, so I really like the range that I'm getting from these 2 colors. The next part of this exercise is I do a small improv painting below the color wheel. While the color wheel gives me a good sense of the range of colors I can get, painting something small gives me a deeper understanding of what I can do with this palette, or what I might want to use it for. In this case, the colors reminded me a lot of a walk I took. We went birding with my brother, and right now we're in the middle of a rainy winter in New England, so there wasn't much blue or even green in the landscape. Because the color is toned down so much, the burnt sienna can feel so much richer. I'm using it in this painting for the rose hips we saw on the dried swamp rose bushes. I can get away with using the yellow and the burnt sienna unmixed in this painting because those colors on their own are pretty toned down. It doesn't feel like it's competing with a bunch of other strong colors. This is the first color wheel that I've painted on video, and I'm hoping to document all the color wheels I make in the sketchbook in some form. So thanks for watching and see you next time.